Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead. Michael got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle at the 15, to the 20, breaks free to the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 in the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this Hump Day edition. It's pre-Thanksgiving Day edition. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. Listen, if you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Listen, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Oh, yeah, there's more. Listen, go to the show's page. Go to Shawn and Maya in the morning. Go to that page as well on Facebook. Like that page as well. And not only will you be following Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll be following Shawn and Maya in the morning. Now, if you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, man. Listen, go to YouTube. Listen, simple. Go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button. Okay. Also, click the notification button. That's the little bell right next to it. All right, that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, if you're watching us on our mobile app, wait, please don't tell me you didn't know we had our own mobile app. Come on now, peoples. We have our own mobile app. You can take us with you on the go. So wherever you get your apps from, it doesn't matter. I don't really care whether it's iTunes or Google Play or Amazon or Walmart or Kmart or 7-Eleven or Zayre or Zemsky, Macy's. It doesn't matter. You go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, download it, you take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew. And I mean a slew of articles, thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, if you're watching us on our Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Sports Zone Chicago, we have our own Roku channel. Yes. Come on. Please don't tell me you didn't know that. We have our own Roku channel. So listen, do me a favor. Do me a solid. Got it? Do me a solid. If you have a Roku television in the house, all right, download. What are you doing? Download Sports Zone Chicago's channel right to that TV. All right, so put it next to Netflix, Hulu, Prime. I saw this awesome documentary on Barry Sanders yesterday on Prime. It's called Bye Bye Barry. Man, was it awesome. If you're of a certain age, let me just tell you something. If you are of a certain age, let me get this off. if you are of a certain age and you grew up watching Barry Sanders, and pardon me, if you grew up of a certain age, you lived and you watched Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith, and the end of Peyton's career. Okay, that era of running backs. Let me tell you something. You were fortunate. You were fortunate. And I highly recommend Bye Bye Barry. Okay? I can't recommend it highly enough. That's how amazing this thing was. It took you back to a place, and you know what you were doing back in the early 90s, and hell, I was still in college. 90 was my sophomore season, 91 my junior season, 92 my senior season, graduated in 93 in the spring of 93. And Barry was on top of the world. And let me it takes you back. Dan Patrick is on there from ESPN. Man, they showed clips of him, a much younger Dan Patrick. It was crazy to see all the people who are still in the business. Okay, but let me tell you something. And I know Detroit's our rival, and Detroit sucks in the whole nine. But you got to give respect. Game recognizes you got to respect what that man, his skill, what he did. It was really moving. It took me back to the early 90s, 30 years ago. And it was crazy because throughout the documentary, they're going back and forth. And at the end, they ended up in London. Because if you remember, or if you don't remember, either way, that's where Barry went. All right, beginning of the 1998 season, 99 season. Beginning of the 1999 season, the day before training camp, he faxed in his resignation, his retirement letter. He said, I'm retiring. How old is that? A fax machine, huh? He faxed it in and then went to London. However, somehow word got out that he was going to London. So when he got to London, there were cameras waiting for him. So to come full circle, Barry and his three boys, he has three young men, three sons. They're in London and they're sitting there and talking. And it's so funny how each generation is different, because most of it was about him and his dad. His dad was the outgoing one, the guy who loved all the attention, the guy who never saw a camera he didn't like. And then you had Barry. The Barry's three sons, they're that younger, newer generation, always. What about this? What about that? What about this? Why not that? Why not? Just jumping with questions. All right, jumping with questions, and why didn't you do that? Why did you, and Barry's just sitting there like, well, it's a different time. It's different, they're very, very persistent, and it was good. And they're sitting under the bridge right by Big Ben in London, and I highly recommend it, man. I really, really do. Check it out. It's 90 minutes of your time, and believe me, it'll be a great 90 minutes spent. Barry Sanders was unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Okay. Many people thought if he had Emmitt Smith's offense, not thought, we knew. If he had Emmitt Smith's offensive line, man. And Emmitt knows. Emmitt Smith's in there as well. They talk to him in the documentary. They said, and people knew. We knew if he had Emmitt Smith's offensive line, this dude easily would have beat Peyton's record. Easily. And before he passed, Walter Payton, because he was only like 1,400 yards away. Peyton said, "Oh, I can't wait to see you pass it. I want to be there." That was at the end of the 98 season, and he never showed up for 99. And it goes deep into him, his relationship with his father, and that played a big part in it. His father was the son of a gun, old school, straight old school. Barry's one of 11 kids. I guess they couldn't afford cable back then, huh? But I can't recommend it highly enough. I really, really, really can't. I can't recommend it high enough. That documentary was awesome. And we all lived it. Well, not all, most of us lived it. All right. And if you did, man, I'm gonna tell you, you will truly, truly, truly appreciate it. It'll make you feel a certain way. All right. It'll make you feel a certain way. Because there are things that Barry did that freaking nobody else has done since and probably will never do again. All right. His ability as a running back. And I'm not saying there aren't going to be any more good running backs. I'm saying people aren't going to do it the way Barry did it. That was literally roll. Literally one of a kind. Not one in a million, not one in 10 million, one of a kind. And I can't recommend it enough. It was amazing. Amazing. Go check it out. Well, make sure you download Sports Zone Chicago's channel right to your television. Let's put it like Disney Plus, Hulu, Prime, Max, Netflix, Paramount Plus, Stars, Showtime. Put it right there. All right. If you have more than one Roku television in the house, well, do us a favor. Download Sports Zone Chicago's channel to all the TVs in the house. Just do us that favor. Do us that solid, would you? We'd appreciate it. Listen, you can also tweet the show. You can tweet us at SportsZoneShy, that's CHI, at SportsZoneShy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online, you want to know what I did? Well, let me tell you what I did. You want to know what I did? Well, here's what I did. I made it nice and easy for you, folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. If you want to follow my lovely co-host, Maya Akai, you can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at the Sports Chica. If you want to follow her on Instagram because you're an IG and you do it just for the gram, well, just follow her at Maya_Akai. It's MAYA_AKAI. Listen, we have a great show, but I need you to get interactive with us today. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, whether it's our mobile app, leave a question or comment on that particular platform. It'll come up here in the thread, and we'll put it up on the screen. We'll talk about it. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, all my peoples, that's why this is the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. You're the reason. All right. So bring them all. Bring your questions, comments, smart ass remarks, and nobody's scared over here, baby. And like The Rock said, man, don't sing it, just bring it. Let's see what we got going on in the chat line. Already, Cornelius Squalls in the Mickey Ficky house. Good morning, Cornelius. My man Armando Emeterio Lada Jr. My man Junior's in the Mickey Ficky house. That's what I'm talking about. My son Wall's in the Mickey house. That's what I'm talking about. Woo-wee. Uh-oh, he's in early. Charles Edward Bingham McDavid Sr. The car god himself is in the house. All hail to the car god. That's what I'm talking about. Brandon Schutz is in the Mickey Ficky house. Good morning, Brandon. Thank you for tuning in, Papa. I appreciate it. And listen, I don't know a lot about a lot. But I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my friends, I can tell you. Cornelius, listen. You may be right. All I can say is, Cornelius, I did not get to see Gale Sayers play. All I see were highlights. Okay? All I see are highlights, and I'm not discounting the highlights. Okay? But I was not fortunate enough like you were to see Gale Sayers play. That would have been a phenomenal experience had I been able to see him play. Okay. It would have been. I definitely would have loved to have seen him. Uh, I wonder if the clips even do it justice, because what he does on the highlight clips are crazy. What he does in the highlight clips, I mean, literally 90-degree cuts, going full speed. Unbelievable. So no, Cornelius, I am not disagreeing with you. All I'm saying is I never got to see him play. I got to see Barry play, and let me tell you, that dude was. I lived in his era. I mean, he's only a couple years older than me, believe it or not. I think he's what, 56. He's only 56, 55 or 56 years old. Barry is. It's like we were literally. He left after his junior. He was a true junior. So had he stayed his senior year, he would have been a senior in college when I was entering my freshman year. So he entered the draft right out of when I graduated high school. Oh man, some amazing tea as usual. Even that was good, Brandon. I appreciate it. Thank you for asking. It was pretty good. Pretty good. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, it was, watching him, and that's the thing. I mean, it started back then. We realized, okay, let Barry do what he does. Right? Detroit's going to Detroit themselves. And they did. All right, except for the 91 season. When they won that first playoff game, they blew out the Dallas Cowboys, then lost the next week. That was that was the last playoff win in Detroit history. 1957 was the last time they won a world title. 1991 was the last time they won a playoff game. They're starved. They're due. They're due. Brandon, why are you asking about my finger? I don't understand. What's all that about? The heck's that about, dude? But I digress. So we got a great show, but man, let's get it pumping. Let's get it going. We have a lot to talk about today. Obviously, we have tons of Bears to talk. We'll do that in the 10 o'clock hour. We got top of the morning topics coming up. Bulls are coming up. A lot of some Bulls conversation that we can have right now. Some Blackhawks conversation we can have right now. The White Sox made a deal yesterday. Looks like they may have replaced Tim Anderson. We still have a lot to talk about. A whole heck of a lot. And then, man, the game, college football. If you're a college football junkie, this is the game. Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan, whichever way you prefer. I don't want to get anyone upset. Big game this weekend in the big house in Ann Arbor. Can Jim Harbaugh win right off into the sunset? The sunset that is, actually, I mean, he's not even going to be there, but the sunset that is the Big Ten tournament, win the tournament and get into the playoffs, win a national championship, and literally right into House Hall. Can you do that for me, Jim? Can you do that? To you. I'm Ed Jr. I don't want Detroit to win anything. Yeah, neither do I. I'm still pissy at Detroit because of the Pistons, bad boys. And they were a title town, USA, and the hockey town. Not title town. That's the town. That's the team up north. Hockey town, USA. Where they won all those titles with Eiserman and Scotty Bowman with as their GM. Baseball, the only one won, I think, when Kirk. I think it was Lou Whitaker and Alan Trammell. I think the only one won World Series. But the bad boys really left a bad taste in my mouth. Oh, speaking of the bad boys, what was really cool about in the documentary of Barry Sanders is they had a whole bunch of Detroit natives that they talked to. Eminem was one of them, the rapper. Jalen Rose was another one. Jamel Hill, former reporter at ESPN, she was another one. Jeff Bridges, I didn't realize Jeff Bridges was from Detroit. They talked to him as well. So they show those guys constantly on a rotation, just different. You would ask different questions, and it was really cool. And Jalen Rose was just, one of the things he said, he goes, he couldn't fathom. You just run through 11 guys, run through them, around them, put them in a spin cycle. He goes, and you score touchdowns. He goes, and you just give the ball to the ref. You don't celebrate. You don't do anything. I think that's what endeared him to so many people. Detroit's a hardworking town. Detroit, like Chicago, is a blue-collar town. And celebrations were cool, but hardworking people respected it when you did your job. I said, all right. The old saying, act like you've been there before. He acted like he was. First game, and I love, that era of running backs was awesome. Awesome. You had the bus, Jerome Bettis, because he's a year younger than me. I remember that. You also had, obviously Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders. You have Nate Trone. Nate Trone means business. You had that era of running backs was awesome. Awesome. The game obviously has evolved away from the running backs, but that era back then, we have Neil Anderson. Okay. What a great replacement for Walter. I think he sat 2 years. Yeah, I think he might have sat 2 years behind Walter. Played special teams, kicked ass on special teams. He was one of the best special teams players around until Walter retired. Then he was able to, be RB1. So it was, forgot. Thank you, Curtis Martin. Hung out with his brother when I lived in New York back in 93 and 94. Now, Cornelius, I do remember Billy Sims. Remember, he came after Gale Sayers, before Barry. I remember Billy Sims. I remember the jump up and kick the defender in the face. That was awesome. Penalty, but nonetheless, I remember Billy Sims. He was one of my running backs that I loved. Good question. Yeah, good question. Let me see it. Get you. It's funny. So we're getting ready to go to. We have. So what are you guys doing tonight? Anything? What's funny is if you remember growing up, this was a big night to go out. It was a really big night, and it made sense, especially in your college years. And like your young 20s, because we go away to different cities, you move, and we'll come back for Thanksgiving for mom and dad. So it's a huge night, huge night. All right, for going out, but now it's just kind of like, we stay around, and what are your plans? What do you guys have scheduled for Thanksgiving or the night before? They call it Black Wednesday, because everyone, their mama's going to be heading out tonight. All right. I don't have much. I do have a party to go to. My cousin's son is turning a year old. So he lives out in Westchester, and the party's in Elmhurst. I'm like, So that's going to be a pain in the ass to get to. But it's quick. It's 5 to 9. 5 to 8. So quick, 3-hour jammer, something to eat. And then I don't really have much. See, maybe I'll meet up a friend or a couple friends for a drink. But you know what? Tomorrow's going to be fun. And let's not forget, and I understand the whole thing that with Thanksgiving and how it's concocted, and it wasn't really that, oh, let's sit down, let's be friends, and the Pilgrims and the Indians. I get it. I understand that. And they basically came and they ravaged them and killed them with smallpox and disease. And the whole, I get it. I understand the history that hasn't been taught to us, but I understand it. But that doesn't mean that nowadays we can't use this as a time for Thanksgiving, as a time to give thanks for the lives that we lead. Okay. The lives that we're allowed to live. Okay. And if you're not happy with your life, here's a great part about it. Change it. Just change it. Make a decision and go with it. All right. How grateful are you? And you should be very, very grateful. We have a lot of stuff. And guess what? We all go through shit. So if you're going through a rough time, keep going. There's one thing in life that is truer than true. Temporary. Everything temporary. The good things, the bad things, the frightful things, the sad things, the happy things. It's all temporary. Your loved ones, the time you get to spend with your loved ones. One of the things that, before we go to break and topics on the other side of it, one of the things that about 8 years ago, someone told me something. If you don't live close to your parents, okay, make a point to see them as much as possible. And now we have technology, so we have FaceTime, which is cool, but FaceTime is not being there. Because I know a lot of people who come home once a year, maybe twice a year. Okay, see mom and dad and all this other stuff. Okay, cool. What if mom or dad dies in 5 years? That's literally 5 more times you get to see them, or 10, or somewhere in between. When you look at it like that you only have 5, 8 times to see your mom, see your dad, see your brothers, see your sister, you know what I mean? It takes on a whole new meaning. And unfortunately, with our life, we're so busy. Everybody's so busy. Everyone's so busy. I got to do this. I got to do this. And I'm part of it. But I learned to slow myself down a lot and take the time out to be thankful for the fact that my mom is still alive. Okay. She's one of 2 siblings left. She was one of 10 kids. And there's only 2 left. Okay. She's still going through it. Her closest sibling just passed a couple of days after my birthday in July. So she's still dealing with that. And that her and my Aunt Lola were tight. 11 months apart. And so I implore you to make sure that you spend time. Make sure you go out of your way to tell the people that you love them, that you love them. To go see them, especially if they're here, if they're in Elmhurst, or if they're in Waukegan, or if they're in, Chicago Heights, or if they're wherever they are. Go see them. Meet up for lunch. Because as we get older, time moves fast. And one week turns into a month, turns into a year, turns into 5 years. Like, oh shit, it's been 5 years since I saw you. Can't do that. Not for people you love. All right. Be thankful for it. The fact that you're even watching me today, that you woke up, is a big reason to be thankful for. And I know, again, like I said, I know we all got shit going on, but if you wake up with an attitude of gratitude, we kind of put all the bullshit aside. We put it all aside and think of it as little things, just little things, like the fact that you woke up, the fact that you can see, and the fact that you can hear, the fact that you can walk. Man, all those things, if you don't think they're that big, go to a hospital, go to a physical therapy spot, go to Athletico or someone else, and see all the people who can't walk and what they would do for a moment just to be able to walk to the kitchen, walk to the bathroom. Be thankful. It's a great time to reevaluate your life and be thankful for all that you have. Because believe me, we have a lot more than we think we do, and there are tons of people who have a lot less who only wish that they had a fraction of the things that we have. You have a house, you have a roof over your head, you got clothes on your back, you got food in your fridge. Yeah. You got a car to drive. You got someone who cares about you. You got kids. All right? Be thankful. Be thankful. It all comes back. It really will. We got top of the morning topics on the other side of the break, so keep it locked right here, folks. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Brian Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face. Ugly.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left, and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down, because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
Fields. Nothing downfield. Excellent coverage so far by Detroit. Fields finally finds a wide open DJ Moore. Roshan Johnson gets the carry with a little stiff arm, and he's able to pick up a first down. Got past Jack Campbell with that extension. Line drive kick, so Khalif Raymond will get an opportunity here. And that's a good return. Out past the 25. No longer a good return. He loses the football. It is Bears ball, Tyreek Stevenson. White was matched up with him again. Fields climbs, Fields throws, touchdown! 1-2 punch delivers. It's Fields to Moore for the lead.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning at Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Fox. Man, that was fire. Got me fired up. Woo! Well, guys, you know how we do. The first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
First top of the morning topic. Let's see. Where do we go? What do we do? All right, we'll do this. The Blackhawks. The Blackhawks travel to Columbus today to face the Columbus Blue Jackets. It's going to be a good matchup. Matchup of two of the top stars in the NHL. Obviously, we have the man himself, Connor Bedard. And I love it. I mean, having this kid, because he's a kid, he's 18 years old, on our team is dope. It's dope. It's dope, you know, and I really, I'm thankful. One thing I'm thankful for is, the fact that he does belong to the Blackhawks. All right. We got the number 1 pick. We got him, you know, and we're going to go up against, and Columbus was right after us. They got a stud too, in Adam Fantilli. He was one of those guys. Remember, I was hoping that the Blackhawks would parlay or package a couple picks to get the number one and number 2 picks, because then you could put Adam Fantilli and on the same line as Connor Bedard. That didn't happen, but it's okay. It's fine. But the puck drop tonight, because they're in the Eastern time zone. Puck drop is 6 o'clock our time. You can watch that game on NBC Sports Chicago. Okay. Or you can listen to it on the radio. On their flagship, 7:20 a.m. Okay. 7:20 a.m. The Blackhawks definitely are not world beaters. Okay. They're not. But what they are is exciting. All right. What they are is exciting. They have young stars from Connor Bedard to Lucas Reichel. All right. To Kevin Korchinski, Philip Kurashev, Corey Perry. Corey Perry's a little older, but nonetheless, he's got a young star. But you have all these guys. You have a lot of talent here, and that's the great part. You have a lot of talent, and they just got to grow. They just have to mature. They just have to get better. And the only way you get better is by playing hockey. Okay? They fight all the time. They very rarely get blown out of games. And I'll tell you what, that in itself is awesome. Let's see. Man, we got some other people in the house. Man, Mr. Shorty's in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Good morning, Papa. Thanks for tuning in. My man, be nice. Top of the morning, Brandon. He's calling from the left coast. It's early out there, Papa. 7:41 for you out there. Guys, thanks for tuning in, man. That's awesome. I appreciate it. I get excited when I see you guys tune in, because I appreciate excuse me, I appreciate the support. I truly, truly appreciate the support. But the Blackhawks are what we thought they were going to be, and that's exciting. Young, exciting. There's going to be mistakes, but there's always going to be a chance for this team to win. All right? Always going to be a chance, and I like it. So you're telling me there's a chance. I love it. We need it. That might be the brightest spot on the Chicago sports landscape in the near future. Cubs might change. Cubs may change that, but I don't really care about the Cubs. But we can all get behind the Blackhawks, and I think that could be a rallying point. Watching if they're able to do what they did back in 06, 07, 08, building a championship, damn near a dynasty, but building that. I think it's going to be fun. It'll be. Will it be better the second time? I don't know, but I want to see them. I want to see them do that. I want to see, and as the rest of Blackhawks Nation, to watch these guys. To watch Connor Bedard's 18 years old, can't even buy a damn drink, can't even buy cigarettes. Wait till he's 21, 22 years old. 22 years old, that's 4 years in the league he'll be. Can he get a cup by then? What will they put around him at that point? What will they add on to the talent that they have already? We're going to see. We're going to find out. But it's exciting. I'm excited. I love it. All these crazy people. People stop texting me like, I'm on a show, knuckleheads. I'm going to stop checking it. That's what it'll be. That's what it'll do. But we'll keep it moving. The next top of the morning topic. This shit show. Bulls travel to Oklahoma City, to OKC. Take on the Thunder tonight. Both Central Time Zone teams. So tonight tip-off is at 7 o'clock Central Time. You can watch that game on NBC Sports Chicago Plus. Or if you like to listen to it on the radio, you listen to it on the flagship, 670 AM. You know what? I'm about done with this team. Zach LaVine is about done with this team. There was a situation with Zach where a staffer, they wanted him to interview after the game, and he pulled away and said, "I'm fucking tired." Really? Let me tell you something. I can say this with no reservation. I'll be glad when he's gone. I'll be glad when he's gone. He didn't deserve that extension. He's not a max player. I think it's just circumstances that he was the best guy in the team, and to keep him, it makes sense. You don't get rid of him or let him walk for nothing. But I don't think he's worth $215 million in today's NBA. He's a victim of timing. He lucked out due to timing. Time to do with a lot of shit. If you don't believe me, go back to Jake Arrieta. Remember Jake Arrieta? After the 2016 season, after you guys won the World Series, he wasn't a free agent until 2017, I believe, the following year. So the second half of 2015 to the first half of 2016, Jake was untouchable. Unfreaking touchable. I don't even know why they played games at that particular point. If he was up, okay, it's Cubs win, periods. It was that bad. That bad for opposing teams. That offseason, pitchers were getting $200 million. But Jake wasn't a free agent next offseason, 2017. Yeah, he didn't have as good a year in 2015, 2016. So It was 3 for 75, I think it was. Which, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. He's not going to be standing in the WIC line or the welfare line or the food stamps line anytime soon. Okay. But that's what that timing was bad for him. 1 year earlier, had he become a free agent, he would have got a $180, $200 million contract. Most likely. Especially coming off that Cy Young. Yeah. Cy Young, World Series winner. Yeah. Zach LaVine had it in the opposite. All right. As Zach LaVine is on a bad team. He was the best player. If you get rid of him, you can't let him walk for nothing. You're closer to winning a title with him than you're without. Although I do think he's a second option, probably a third option on a good team. But he was our number one option here. So you had no choice but to pay him. He's heard the rumors. And if you heard him recently in interviews, it seems like he's resigned to it. Like, all right, fuck it. I got my $215 million. I'm out. Send me somewhere. I'm out. And it's a shame. You see him. You see it in his attitude. You see it in his play. You see it in his body language. He doesn't give a shit right now. He's waiting to be traded. Just trade me is all he's saying. Just trade me. Let me get the hell out of here. Get to my next destination. Sacramento's where they're talking. I'm a West Coast kid. Went to UCLA from the Seattle region. Seattle, Portland, one of those areas. Some West Coast guy. Let me get back to the West Coast. Let me hang out with Brandon Livingston. But he's given up. He doesn't want to be here. And you know what? I don't want him here either. Bad enough you're fortunate to luck in the timing and your contract was coming up and the Bulls had to make a decision. You're fortunate. But I think you're a middle of the pack star. Maybe to the bottom end of the middle of the pack star. You're nowhere near a superstar. And your ability to take over games and win games at the end is not there. It's not there. So I said it before. Right now, Chicago sports suck. Being the Chicago sports fan sucks. Sucks. Here's another reason why they suck. Next top of the morning topic. The White Sox, these jamokes. Looks like they found a replacement for Tim Anderson. His name is Paul DeJong. Okay. Traveled around a couple places. Okay. He's a local guy. All right. He's 30. He went to Antioch High School, and he played ball there and then played ball at Illinois State. He played with the Cardinals, Blue Jays, and Giants last season. And according to Dale Van Schouwen, not really good offensively. His slash line was 207, 258, 355 with a 612 OPS in 117 games. He was second in the National League Rookie of the Year voting in 2017. Was a National League All-Star in 2019. He had 30 home runs, but he's only hit 42 in 4 seasons since 19. It says his production waned significantly, and this is according to Dale Van Schouwen in the Sun Times. He said his production dropped after he signed his 6 years for $26 million extension. Well, all right. Well, we got our guy, Paul DeJong. grew up a Sox fan as well. This is the guy who's going to be taking over for TA. Wow. This is the guy who's going to be taking over for TA. I don't know what Getz is doing. And I'm not making it one or the other. I'm not bad, not good, not shit. I'm saying I'm not sure what he's doing. He brought in another guy, Nicky Perez, I want to say, the day before. Another local kid. What's with all these local kids you're bringing in? Something seems a little off to me. Yesterday, next up, the morning topic, man, this was tough. Yesterday was the 39th anniversary of the death of Chicago basketball legend Ben Wilson. Benji, as he was affectionately known on the South Side at school by family and friends, was the number one high school prospect in the nation going into his senior year. And he was cutting class, was having an argument with his girlfriend literally across the street from Simeon. And they're arguing about whatever they were arguing about. There's a guy walking the other way and in the opposite direction. They kind of bumped shoulders, is what I heard. Is the story, not heard, the story I've read. Dude said, "What's up?" Ben's like, "What's up?" Guess they started getting into a verbal ping pong match. Dude pulled out a gun and shot him. He's able to go back across the street, try to get back into school. I think school is just letting out. And he passed 39 years ago. One of the saddest stories, and that's why 25 is such a big number for Chicago Public League kids, but also from people from Simeon. Remember, Derrick Rose wore 25 at Simeon. Nick Anderson wore 25. Deion Thomas wore 25. If you remember, Derrick Rose wore 25 in New York. He wanted to bring out that, the reminiscence, the memory of Ben Wilson. It's tragic. It didn't happen. And for those of you who don't know, we actually had here on Sports Zone Chicago, along with on What's Up Cuz, we had the person, and this was tough. This was tough. All right. This was real tough because the person, his name is Billy Moore, who killed him. And we had him on the show on What's Up Cuz. It was a really, really tough situation. Lance knew Ben Wilson. So if you watch the interview, go back and YouTube channel and check it out. What's Up Cuz? You see, Lance is kind of quiet. JC even asked him because they knew Ben Wilson. All right. Remember his dad, Lance's dad, Mac Irvin, knew everybody thanks to the Mac Irvin fire. So it was tough. A lot of people. I reached out to Bobby Reed, who was playing at Simeon at the time, and he was like, "No, I ain't gonna fuck that dude. I'm not coming on." I was like, "Okay, I respect it. I do. All right." Bobby Moore went and did 19 years in prison for the murder, but it took the tragedy of a life full of potential. That life was lost all over some dumb shit. They bumped each other. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? They talked about his potential. They said for sure he would have been. He was definitely an NBA caliber player. He was one of those guys that was a sure thing. A Scottie Pippen-ish type guy who could do everything. 6'9", long. A sad day in the history of Chicago sports. Because who knows what could have been. Very similar to Len Bias, although this one was merged. Len did that to himself. Len did cocaine by himself. So as much as, as tragic as the Len Bias story is, that was self-inflicted. This one was at the hands of Billy Moore. And Ben Wilson, the legacy of Ben Wilson, lives on. I'm glad it does. I'm glad people aren't forgetting their history. Because he was just a bad dude. A bad dude. This dude was on the court, was just nasty. They just won state. You don't get to, you're not the number one player in the country because you're not good, because you're soft. You got to be a dog. There's a lot of people vying for that spot, and his ability to get it show what kind of a stud he is. I think that really turned the program around when they started winning state with Coach Smith and Ben Wilson. I want to say his junior year, they won it, and then they came back his senior year. It was right before basketball practice was going to start. And so, wow. Well, let's take a quick break. That was a little deep. Because I remember Ben Wilson. I remember that. I was actually at St. Rita at that point. I graduated in 85 from Rita Grammar School. So I was at St. Rita, and I remember hearing that. I was a freshman. Crazy. Let's take a quick break, and on the other side of the break, we'll get some Bears talk, because I'm excited about talking about this. The more I listen to people, the more I know people are full of shit. Kind of like, remember Jackie Chan said in Rush Hour? You remember that exchange with Chris Tucker? I don't know what you said. You think I know speak English? I know talk. I know talk English. You think I know talk English? No, I know speak English. Don't mean I know English. You think I know English? I let you talk, so I know how full of shit you are. And he's like, what? I don't even know what you're saying. In the first Rush Hour, we're going to talk about some people, and we're going to get a lot deep dive into this Bears conversation. So don't go anywhere, folks. Let's keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
To run for 17, back he goes, here comes Chubb, there goes the ball, touchdown, Jones about at the left tackle, time for Fields, now he'll accelerate to get the first down, great tackles, and he's off to the races, and we got a terrific block.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
So I've come up with a family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311.
This year, my mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
These colorful binders help me stay organized.
These headphones are just what I need for studying.
These new sneakers are just what I needed for the new year.
This jacket is a real must-have.
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool.
These scissors really come in handy in art class. These colored pencils, too. These new socks? They can be a real lifesaver.
I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
Justin Fields on the RPO, pulls it, runs it, and slides down. 2nd down and 4, off the fake. Fields climbing the pocket, stepping up, and sidearm slings to DJ Moore into Detroit territory. High snap, Fields handles, and gets rid of it calmly. This is Cole Kmet, the tight end, who's in the best stretch of his career. Little fake roll to the left, coming back to the right, and that is a special throw past the line to gain for Equanimous St. Brown. The fake to Herbert. Good job by Tyler Scott to get Hutchinson out of the way, and then Fisher. 1st and goal. Give it to Foreman. He walks in for the touchdown. An exceptional welcome back drive for Justin Fields.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Fox. Look good. Started off really, really well. Started off really, really well for the boys. And for 55 minutes, 56 minutes of the day, things are going very well for our Bears. And then things changed. You know, I'm sitting here and I'm listening to people. I'll leave your questions or comments. All right. Lavette Lee's joining us. Good morning, Mama. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Lavette. But I'm listening to people. And I'm adamant. I am not backing off. I think the front office is in on Justin Fields. Sorry. Didn't mean to come at you like that. I think the front office is in on Justin Fields. You know, when you've done what he's done, and it's literally, I love hearing people when they keep throwing, he's 6-26. Okay. Very true. All right. And then I didn't save it, didn't I? Oh, son of a biscuit. That would have been the perfect one to save too. I'm going to have to go back down and, okay. You know, people talk about, well, he's got to start winning games. He's got to start doing this. He's got to start doing that. He's got to do this, this, and this. Okay, I get it. I can agree with you. But my rebuttal to that is he needs help. Okay, you can't just expect him to win and to lose by himself. You know, and here I just saw something. They're talking about, well, why did Justin Fields go deep to Tyler Scott when Darnell Mooney or when DJ Moore was coming open across the middle or to the flat, his crossing route. And I heard a lady, a sports broadcaster yesterday, to say the same thing. This is what frustrates me. This is what frustrates me. Is that they're paid to do a job. And I think the best way to put it is that, see, when you're critical, and this is why I don't think everyone gets to question football players or sports players or athletes and coaches. All right, there needs to be a level, like anybody can question them now, especially now with social media. Anyone question, they'll show the picture. You know, like, well, he's wide open and this and this, and you sit there and you look. Do you first of all, do you understand where his reads are? Okay, where does his progression start? Okay. Secondly, why wouldn't you want to take a chance? I shouldn't say take a chance. Why would you, if a guy's open, he's open. Okay. Here's the play I'm talking about. And this is a Jamokser. This is the picture. Okay. And you see it. There was a rub route, which is perfect. Remember, I've been begging for rub routes to clear people open. And yes, but as Justin Fields is winding up, DJ Moore was not open. He was in the middle of that scrum. You see the two DBs to his right. You see the one DB to the left, or the one defender to the left. He's about 2 steps back when Justin Fields starts his throw. And let's not forget, Tyler Scott beat him from the line. He beat him from the line. He didn't get jammed and come open late. He didn't get rerouted. He beat him from jump street. He took an outside release, planted, got inside, stacked him, and now he's. If you see the guy at the bottom of the Detroit Lions foot, the logo toward the midfield, it's a long way for him to go. He wouldn't have gotten there. He didn't get there. So people are saying, well, why? Well, if DJ Moore cleared a little earlier, he might have thrown it to DJ Moore. But when you see this guy open, there's this thing, and Kurt Warner said it perfectly yesterday. It was on one of the shows on The Score. And this is one of the, like, when I get jamokes like that, and they're trying to push their agenda. Happened again this morning they said something about with Chase Daniels, but I digress. Kurt Warner, Super Bowl winning quarterback. Almost a 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback with 2 different teams, but that's neither here nor there. Says you play the play. Unless it comes in and says, don't throw this route, then all routes are open. And what's funny is if Justin Fields hits DJ Moore and DJ Moore doesn't get the first down, it looks like he most likely would have. Okay? Because you got the guy, if you see the circle of Tyler Scott, and to the bottom left of that circle, there is a DB who's going to be running toward DJ Moore. DJ Moore could have got stopped at the 32, 34-yard line, just a yard or two short. It's possible. But DJ Moore, we know he breaks tackles. He does. So it's also possible he gets the first down. But why would you coach the aggressiveness out of your quarterback? This is a statement. If this was the Bear, how do I put it? The Bears needed a statement to stop that game. And I'm not saying a completion DJ Moore, run it up and get a first down is not a statement. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there's other factors. There have been times when DJ Moore hasn't broken tackles. Let's not get it twisted. But when you have a guy who has beat his man downfield, you take that shot. Period. Now, if it happens to be a rookie, well, guess what? You know the best way to get more playing time? You know the best way to earn trust from your teammates? You know the best way to earn trust from your quarterback? You know the best way to earn trust from your head coach? You make big plays when they need them. Period. And he didn't. I applaud the young man for accepting full responsibility. Great ball by Justin. I just didn't track it. And blah, blah, blah. It was my fault, basically is what he said. Okay, good. Don't let that shit happen again. Don't let it happen again. But I'm not going to tell my quarterback, yeah, don't be cautious. I mean, don't be aggressive. Be cautious. No. Justin Fields was going for the throat on that one. That seals the game. And how many times people, why would you throw the ball underneath before the chains? Do we not hear that? Got to get past the first down marker. This way, if you catch it, it's a first down. Doesn't matter if you don't move an inch. DJ Moore still had a run. He didn't have a first down. And again, I'm not saying he wouldn't have gotten the first down. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is you got a shot downfield. If the guy catches it, not only is it a first down, it's game, set, match. So people are questioning that. I'm like, you've already taken a Justin Fields out of Justin Fields by telling him not to run. Although he did run a lot yesterday or Sunday. Don't take the aggressiveness out of him. Now, if you saw that picture, he's in the middle of his windup. Look to the left, right up the 20-yard line. You see he's in the pocket. He actually is at the 15. He's in the middle of his windup, and DJ Moore is coming open. His eyes came off of DJ Moore already. He came off to DJ Moore, and he saw Tyler Scott open. And Justin Fields throws a phenomenal deep ball. And so when people are saying, well, you shouldn't put it on Tyler Scott. He's a player. He's getting paid. He should have caught the God-blessed ball. And that pass was so perfect, he stuttered for half a second and still almost had the ball. Which means that he run through the ball, he catches it in stride, and I don't know if the guy at the bottom of the lion's foot on the logo catches him. If he does, big deal. We've just flipped the field. New set of downs. Detroit's probably going to have to call a timeout there. Game, set, match. You give me a guy who goes for the kill when it's there. They're complaining. He didn't throw into double coverage. I'm trying to end the game. I'm trying to put him to bed by throwing into double coverage. No, he didn't. He had a wide open receiver. And people are talking about Justin's got to win these games. Justin can't catch the balls that he throws downfield. Darnell Mooney last year. Equinemius St. Brown last year. All these different things. Justin Fields, in my opinion, is that dude. Justin Fields, in my opinion, has the support of Hallis Hall. And then I'm listening to the guy who's he's the perennial negative Nancy, Dan Wiederer, this morning, and he's talking about people are blaming Getsy. They say Justin Fields had a couple of good games. He said, but you can't discount all the games he had up till then. I'm like, no, actually you can. Because when you have a defense giving up 33 points a game in your 14-game losing streak, you're asking a quarterback to win a shootout when he's got no defense, knowing damn well the other, and then he doesn't have any receivers last year? He said people need to maybe stop looking at Getsy and look at Fields, and I wanted to call up right away. Actually, I did call, but I didn't get on. Because if you're gonna apologize, be a Getsy apologist, then it has to go both ways. If you want to say, well, Getsy, he orchestrated the last 2 or 3 games for Justin, called the games the way he wanted, that fit Justin's skill set. Sunday, he called more runs, things that acclimated against. So if that's the case, are we supposed to discount his whole year and a half to this point of bullshit play calling? You want us to look at the year, 2.5 years of Justin failures. Why can't we look at a year and a half of Luke Getsy's failures? You know, Kurt Warner says, you play the play. The way the play develops, you have to play it that way. Now, here, let me ask you a question. If Justin holds that ball a little longer to wait for DJ Moore to come open and then get sacked, now what are you bitching about? You hold the ball too fucking long. You hold the ball too long, Justin. That's his problem. You hold the ball too long. Damn it, get rid of it. Tyler Scott was wide open. He had a defender beat. You didn't throw it. You held the ball too long. So for football, I'm telling you, Junior knows it. I can't talk football with everybody. I can't, because there are too many stupid people and too many people who think they know the game because they were a bench warmer in high school. Want to tell me what they should have done. Oh, he's this, he's that. No, give me a resume. What have you done? Were you all state? Were you all conference? As my voice cracks like Peter Brady. Give me a resume when you talk sports, especially Bears. Don't come at me with, yeah, I played in high school. I don't give a shit. A lot of people played in high school. Did you play in college? Did you coach? You can stop playing in high school, but if you coach for a long time, then I will listen to you. I'll give that opinion a little more respect than others. But goodness gracious. What does Justin have to do? Like, did I delete that one? I think I did. Son of a biscuit. Yeah, I'll get it up. The deep ball for this guy is insane. The ability for Justin to throw a deep ball is out of this world. Out of this world. Some people are blessed with various things in their lives. Justin is blessed with the fact that he can throw a God-blessed deep ball better than anyone I know. Better than anyone I've seen in a long, long time. And come on, I know it's here somewhere, you son of a biscuit. Here it is. We're going to recover this. And we're going to put it up here. and to condemn him. And listen, like I said, the lady last night on Fox, why are you throwing it to him? Why wouldn't you throw it? You want the ball in the hands of your best playmakers. Well, guess what? Sometimes your best playmakers aren't open. Sometimes the best way is to find the open receiver. And that's where you got to make a play. Because if you drop and you say, well, he was a fourth-round pick, then don't put him out on the goddamn field. If you're not expected and you're not ready for him to make a play, don't put him on the damn field. So stop with the nonsense. Everybody always wants to make excuses. Look at this throw. Look at this throw. Now, mind you, this is after he had to step up in the pocket. He had pressure from the right. He stepped up inside the pressure, had to regather his feet. He had to throw it because now when he had to step up and throw, that shortens the amount of field he has to throw to. He's got to get that right there because any further, it takes DJ Moore out of the end zone and maybe not be able to get both feet in bounds. You want to throw it at all, that DB's got a chance to make a play. Justin stepped up, which shortened his field, his availability, his window to drop that ball and drop that ball. You couldn't hand that ball off better. So it's frustrating when you hear people, and when I tell them, like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. I'm telling you, in my opinion, I believe they've settled on Justin. Because you tell me, what does Justin do that Patrick Mahomes doesn't do? What can he do? His skill set, athletically, physically. What can Patrick Mahomes do that Justin doesn't do? You throw on the run, throw on the run. Throw running, rolling left, throwing right. He did that this game to Darnell Mooney hit Darnell Mooney right in the gut, in stride. Hits the tight end, rolling left, throwing right outside the outstretched hands. What was it? What was the name of the tight end? It was a guy who didn't stay very long. 2 years ago. You want a sidearm like a shortstop? He did that. He's done that plenty of times, but he did it Sunday with DJ Moore. He just needs weapons. He just needs people to step up. This is where my tough love comes in. This is where my tough love comes in. Because when you tell a rookie, oh, come on, rookie. No, you say, hey, listen, you want more playing time? You don't do that shit again. I got one fast receiver on here who's a healthy scratch. I can make it two if need be. You get that again. This is the pros. This is the NFL. It's not college. College, high school, you're like, all right, cool. Even college, you might be able to do it. I got another 5-star behind you who needs to get in. You better put up or shut up. But definitely in the pros, come on, kid. I asked you to run as fast as you can and catch the ball. So all you did in Cincinnati, run as fast as you can and caught the ball. I'm not asking you to do anything different. And you pull them aside and say, hey, if shit happens again, it's going to be a long time before you see that field. Do you understand? Do you understand, young man? He'll be, yes, coach. Okay. We're going to come back to you either later this game or next week. It happens again. You and Bayless can sit and talk about how you jagged your rookie years. There needs to be consequences. That is lack of focus. That comes from the head coach. That also comes from the player. You need to be focused. Tyler Scott's not a dog. He's an extremely talented young man, wide receiver, but he's not a dog. Because no one that I know, the dog, if you're a dog, you think a Steve Smith drops that? You think a Jamar Chase drops that? Do you think any guy who's a playmaker drops that? No. But it's a mindset. It's a mindset. And it starts from the coach. You see any of the Detroit Lions players dropping in any touchdown passes like DeAndre Swift did a couple of years ago? Nope. Why? Because that culture has changed. You remember the one wide open in the end zone, right across to the left side. I don't know if it was an out and up or he just came out the backfield. No one covered him. It was under a minute to go. Second down or third down, catch the ball. Detroit takes the lead, probably wins. He drops the ball in the end zone. You see that shit now with Detroit? Nope. There's accountability. Justin can't do everything. He can't. And my man was talking this morning. Well, it's game one. Okay, it's not really game one. He had 2 good games. The Minnesota game, he had a bad game. So 2 out of 3. So now it's 3 out of 4. And now the great part is he gets to see that team that gave him the flux, but when he got hurt, you get to see him again. But now you get to see him on Monday night. And now you get to show the world, here's what they did to me last time. Watch what I do now. Watch the adjustments I make. Watch the adjustments I make. And people if people say, well, listen, you can't run him 18 times and this and this. And my question is, why not? Most of the time he's run out of bounds. A couple times he was tackled. Okay. And if you're dumb enough to sit there and try and spew at me, well, you might get hurt. Guess what? You can get hurt in the fucking pocket. You can actually hurt worse. Standing there and having someone dive at your knee or having someone roll up on your ankle or your knee. So the fact that you might get hurt, guess what? It's football. You might get hurt every fucking play. Just so you know. I don't know if you knew that. So talking to people who like to throw these stupid things out, honestly, I just love to slap the don't even say it. Stop. Just don't say it because it's stupid. Because now what you're telling me is that you're regurgitating what other people are saying, what other dumb people are saying. I'm looking forward to Monday because I really want to see how Justin Fields responds. Justin Fields was pissed. What did he say yesterday? He goes, if I'm going to keep it real, we should have won that game. You're goddamn right. Jaquan Brisker texted him, said it was on the defense. You know what? You're goddamn right. So now what do they do? What do they do? How do they respond? Because that was embarrassing. That was a historic loss. Historic. You're forgetting our coaching staff. No, I'm not. I'm not. They need to call the game plan just like this. Just like this. And when things get down, you have 3 wins. Do not take any conservative approaches. What's the worst thing that can happen? You lose another game? Oh, shit, no way. Stop it. Not another loss. See, because what you do is you're setting the tone and setting the culture for this team. Did Detroit flinch when they had a 4th down? Did Detroit flinch when they were down 2 touchdowns? Nope. What do they say? Oh, shit, they're kicking a field goal. They're not going for the 1st down to end it, to put us out of our misery? They're not going. That's only going to be 12 points. We just need 2 touchdowns? Oh, that's it. That's a culture. That's a mindset. That's a mentality that starts at the top with Dan Campbell. Jared Goff told you to his post-game press conference. I'm not making this up. Jared Goff said it. When they went for that field goal to put it over 12, like, oh, it's only 2 touchdowns. Okay, great. We're straight. That's the mentality. You know how difficult it is to go down the field twice? Not once, twice, and score 2 touchdowns. Not a touchdown and a field goal, 2 touchdowns. And like, oh, okay. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. So when you have a 3rd and 1, you have a 4th and 1, how many times have you heard me, my people, all my peoples, How many times have you heard me say, get a goddamn jumbo package in that son of a bitch? You got tons of offensive linemen who ain't doing shit. Have a reporters eligible, put them in motion, and wham block the freaking 3-tech. Wham block the Aiden Hutchinson. Remember I talked about setting the tone. Aiden Hutchinson's not going to back down. Aiden Hutchinson is not. But you know what he's going to do? He's gonna button his helmet tighter, like, oh shit, I'm in for a day today. I'm in for a day today. And this is the mindset that I'm talking about. This is the mindset. This is the mentality that I don't see, that we don't have, that the coaches don't have. Because you mean that? A 300-pound lineman with a head start behind Blasingame and Foreman or Roshan Johnson? Sorry, Khalil Herbert. One of those other two running backs behind Blasingame and a 300-pound lineman with a head start can't get us 1 yard? Come on now. Come on now. And then people say, well, Justin only had 169 yards. Well, guess what? If Tyler Scott catches that ball that was literally placed in his hands, that's another 40, 50 yards. Now we're at 200 plus. 200 plus another 100 yards rushing from Justin. 300, it would have been 300 and something yards from our quarterback. I'll take it. Because that's the formula still for us. Less running, more passing, but still running and passing. But still running and passing. No, man, good morning, Papa. You're damn right. That's a Super Bowl caliber team that they just slapped around for 56 minutes in their house. Now you got to know how to close. Now you need to know how to finish. Because if you finish, guess what? You're the talk of the NFL. Not the NFC North, not the NFC. You're the talk of the NFL. Going into Detroit's house. Did you hear Aiden Hutchinson's name at all before that last strip sack? Nope. Hear Jared Goff's name? Did you hear Amon-Ra St. Brown before those last two touchdown drives? Did you hear his name called? Whoa, big play by Amon-Ra St. Brown. Nope. They literally handled them. You know, you hit one of the best, was it rookie of the year? One of the best young pass rushers the NFL has seen in a while, Aiden Hutchinson, and you literally hold him in check. Yeah, he made a couple tackles here and there when he's getting blocked and the ball's going away, so he ran away and fell in the pile 3, 4 yards, 5 yards downfield. That's not affecting the game. That's not affecting the game. And you know another problem I have? Here's another problem that I have. They need to hurry up and start dropping these fucking penalties when people are hitting Justin after he slides. Justin needs to slide prone. Stop sliding like he's doing in the second base, which we've told him to do since his rookie year. But I can't. They are not. What they're doing is the same shit they did to Cam Newton. They're not calling those the extracurricular activities right there on the goal line for their first touchdown. Here, watch it. We'll watch it. Let me find it. Watch the last play. The last play is when Deontay Foreman scores. The play before that, when Justin puts his foot in the ground, slides, here comes a big offensive lineman and runs over or falls onto Justin Fields. Watch.
And Justin Fields on the RPO, pulls it, runs it, and slides down. 2nd down and 4, off the fake. Fields climbing the pocket, stepping up, and sidearm slings to DJ Moore into Detroit territory. High snap, Fields handles, and gets rid of it calmly. This is Cole Kmet, the tight end, who's in the best stretch of his career. Little fake roll to the left, coming back to the right, and that is a special throw past the line to gain for Equanimous St. Brown. A fake to Herbert. Good job by Tyler Scott to get Hutchinson out of the way. And then Bishop. First and goal.
Right there. You see what I'm talking about? I don't care if you're trailing him. That's the whole purpose of the rule. When you slide, you do not touch him. You jump over. You're athletic enough to chase the motherfucker, then you should be athletic enough to jump over him when he slides. Because they're going to get Justin Fields hurt. Because even if Justin Fields slid prone, he still has a guy falling on him. This is what needs, and I hope they send this to the NFL. I do. I do. They need to. You know, I'm tired of. It's interesting when people give their opinion. It's it's a free country. Doesn't mean it's intelligent. Doesn't mean it's worth shit. But you can still give your opinion. I'm looking forward to this. This offensive line has got to step up. I think they did a good job the other day. I need them to do better. Now you're all nothing on a police report on the injury report, so they should all be back. Game 2. Get a little more familiarity, get a little more comfortable with each other. Now let's run that goddamn rock. Let's run that ball. Let's get up to the second levels, get to linebackers, and get our running backs, get the ball carriers into the third level untouched. Because if we keep doing that, they'll win. And what did I say? You do that, you run the ball 30 times, we win. We ran it 48. 18 with Justin. 4-14. 14 called runs, 4 scrambles. It still boggles my mind how they lost that game. And to me, we all know it was the play calling, the unaggressive play calling. So what does Justin do? Does Justin get to say, I want more? Does Justin get to say, no, you stay out, I'll make the goddamn call? Or wait till the receiver comes in, what's the call? No, we're running this, and this. All great quarterbacks have it. Mr. Shorty, yes. Slide at the goal line should have been a penalty. Brandon, Dirty Football team is trying to hurt Justin because they know how dangerous he is. Okay, maybe. A big part of me wants to think that. And he goes, I was chasing. Come on, what am I supposed to do? You're supposed to jump over him when he slides. You're supposed to jump over. You're able to do that fucking 6 cone drill, right? You're able to in and out and cut the L and come back in and out. Oh, you can do that, but you can't just run and jump over a guy who's sliding. Come on now. I'm leaning a lot toward that, B. Nomad, yes. Yes. I say keep all 3 running backs. Dante Foreman, you're running back number 1. You are RB1. You're RB1. The way that he runs that ball with anger, with power, with hatred sometimes. I love it. That sets the tone. Which is why I really wanted them to keep Tevin Jenkins on the right side with Darnell Wright, and have him him being Deontay Foreman, run behind those guys. Behind it with a fullback. No, Cornelius, he's not. He is a perfect running back for the zone scheme. Perfect running back for a zone scheme. He finds that crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he's gone. He's not a power back. That doesn't mean he's not a good back. He's just not a power back. And this is what we talk about. Put your players in a position to be successful. So don't ask him to have power runs. He's not a power back. You want to go off tackle, you want inside zone, you want outside zone. Yes. Then put Khalil Herbert in. Let him eat that way. But don't put him in power run. Don't put him on downhill runs. That's not his best. That's not where he excels the best. Yes. I can't tell you how many times I heard that. Run behind your pads. And there's got to be a drill. I don't know. Maybe I was just real flexible, but there was no one ever getting lower than me. Ever. AC Adam, I'm telling you, man, if you give me that chance, if I had that chance to talk to him, those running backs. Listen, I was fortunate. If you follow me on Facebook, go on one of my Facebook posts the other day. It was last Thursday. I posted a Throwback Thursday, a picture of me in college at Holy Cross. On there is my running back coach, Dave Unger. Okay, he's at Northern Arizona. Well, he's been in a lot of places, a lot of big schools. I know he was at Alabama for a year or two. He was at Fresno. He's a great guy. And there's a thread. There's another guy named Willie Bradford in there. Okay. When I got to Holy Cross, Willie Bradford was the incumbent. Well, Joseph Grady was the incumbent. Willie Bradford was the dude. Was that dude. He was supposed to have been a senior when I was a freshman, but he tore up his knee. And back in 87, 88, the medical technology was nowhere near as advanced as it is now. So he tore his ACL, whole thing. It was never the same. However, watching him play the year before, when we watch film, we see highlights. And then I played behind a guy named Joe Segretti, who became an All-American when Willie went down. He had 900 yards in 6 games. In my junior year, sophomore year, he was a stud. And then my junior year, Jerome Fuller set the single season rushing record at Holy Cross, first team AP All-American. I had a running back room full of studs. I literally wrote, it was a master's class at how to be a complete running back. And I'm grateful and I'm fortunate to have been there. So yes, when it comes to the running back position, there ain't shit you could tell me. And these running backs got to get lower. Where you're scraping the ground because they're trying to get underneath you. Because the DBs they don't want any of that smoke. Get down low and punish them. That's what Deontay Foreman does. He's got to get lower, but man, he gets pretty low, and I like it. I just need him to get lower. So I don't ever want anyone under his pads. That was the one thing that I never wanted anyone to be able to get under my pads. Because if you're under my pads, you win. Because if I pop, you can pop me up. Yeah, no. AC Adam, trust me, I wish I could get in there and at least with the running backs. It would take me a whole week because it'd be, all right, Flus, just give me the offense. I'll talk to the offense. I'll do defense. I was defensive coordinator for years. I'll just work with the offense. And we'll take care of that. But I digress. This game, what I want to see, because we're not going to be on Friday. We're going to be, my St. Rita Mustangs are in the Prep Bowl on Friday. They play at 1 over at Lane Tech. Now this sucks. The Prep Bowl is no longer at Soldier Field. It's been like 4 years now, 5 years since they stopped having it at Soldier Field. I think that was the worst decision ever. Okay. So I'm going to be there. I'm going to go there see my alma mater play. It was at one point before the state playoffs came. It was the most prestigious game in Chicago. If you look up Chicago Prep Bowl history, there used to be over 100,000 people at Soldier Field watching high school kids play. So my team, St. Rita, is in it. They're in the Prep Bowl. Actually, tomorrow I'll be at St. Rita High School. They're having a practice, just a walkthrough thing right before the game. If any of you play football, you know what I'm talking about. But it's an alumni practice. So they're inviting all alums to come out, just hang, support the kids. All right, support the kids and wish them well. It's a lot. It's a big thing. Let me tell you, it's a huge thing for kids when they see former players from all walks of life who are on that same field or in their same position coming back to support them. There's nothing like it. I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. So tomorrow we're going to go there. They're serving coffee and donuts and stuff, which is cool. So that's at 8:30 in the morning. So I'll be there tomorrow. And then Friday I'll be at the Prep Bowl. One of the things that I really want to see is more of a cleaner run game. All right. I know Deontay Foreman went down, so I'm wondering how effective he's going to be. And I'm kind of waiting for Roshan Johnson. And he's had a couple of nice plays. But for all the hype that he had, oh my God, Roshan Johnson, and I was one of them. I saw a lot of his tape at Texas. He's got to transfer that over. It's confidence. And the way you get confidence is you have success. The only way you have success is if you keep playing. But until you show that you're worthy of playing, you got to fake it till you make it. You got to have that confidence. You got to have that aura. You got to have that swag. Like, put me in, coach. Now don't worry about it. Put me in. 1 o'clock, Junior. 1 o'clock is a Prep Bowl. And I see him getting in, but I see him just not taking off. I don't see what he was able to do at Texas here. And I get it. You're playing against much better talent. I get it. But that swag, I'm not seeing. Because I think Roshan Johnson can be a phenomenal piece. He can run. Him with Deontay Foreman, that is a perfect mentor for this young guy. Perfect. See the way Deontay Foreman runs. Roshan Johnson can run the same way. But I don't want to say he doesn't run angry. What can I say? He runs with a mission, like he's on a mission, that's for sure. Maybe I can't say that. He doesn't run angry. He runs like he's on a mission, which is okay. But when you're angry, you punish people. When you run on a mission, you just, whatever's in your way, you go through. But when you're on a mission, or you run angry, I should say, when you run angry, and you see a defender, you don't say, okay, I'm going to, cover it up. Like, no, I'm going right at him because you're probably in a confined space. I'm running right at him, and he's going to feel it. If I get tackled, fine. He's going to feel it. Rashawn doesn't read the blocking and press the gaps quick enough. Yeah, I think he'll get it soon. Yeah, I think he's ready. He's used to that Texas O-line where the holes are this big. But these are the things I need from the offense. I don't want Jaquan Brisker to ever have to text Justin Fields and say it was the defense's fault. Because we've shown we have more than enough talent. We've shown we have more than enough talent to beat a division-leading team. And Detroit's not a bum. They're not like a team that's only beat up on busters. They beat their defending world champs opening week in Kansas City. Detroit, unfortunately, is for real. We'd love to have that game back, but we can't. So we need to learn from it and move forward. So that doesn't happen again. I like this offense. I like the offensive line. 90 people start making plays. Because here's what happens. Here's what's going to happen. If Tyler Scott catches that and puts it out of reach, guess what? Now guess what defensive coordinators have to do? Watch out for Tyler Scott. I know they don't throw the ball to him a lot, but he made a big catch down the seam in crunch time. If you play football, you coach, tell me you haven't. Watch for this guy. It came in crunch time. He's a rookie in crunch time, and he came through. We got to watch him down the stretch. If I got to watch him, that means all my eyes are not dedicated to DJ Moore. If I got to keep an eye out for this guy too, this is where Darnell Mooney needs to step up. Because once you do start taking, this guy caught a deep pass last time. Oh, snap. There it is. Touchdown, DJ. They will complement each other. So you have to look at when you're a player. I mean, hell, you're in Detroit. Eminem, Lose Yourself. That song. You only get one chance to blow. Do it, man. And that's what frustrated me. He didn't get it done. I mean, that's where he needs some tough love. And not rip him a new asshole. No. But you need to pull him aside and say, hey, listen, we brought you here for a reason. Don't do that shit again. You have more than enough talent to get to you to make that catch. You have more than enough talent to change games. You have more than enough talent to get people to stop double teaming DJ Moore and start looking at you. This is the talent you have. We have play, and with this play calling, if Gessie continues to call games like he did on Saturday or Sunday, then we're in good shape. We're in good shape. Because teams, I just saw no team looking at that Detroit film and want to play us. No, they don't. No. Because now you got Justin Fields back. Now you got Justin Fields running. Now you got Justin Fields sliding. Now you got Justin Fields hitting people deep. And if you know anyone who says Justin can't read defense, just slap the shit out of him, please. Just slap the shit out of him. All right, just like now you obviously don't know football. Psh, psh, psh. You're stupid. Shut up. But the way the running game's going, and I love how important is it now? And we've said it from Jump Street. We love this running back room because we know someone's going to get hurt. Now Deontay Foreman's hurt, his ankle. Okay, how effective is he going to be? I don't know. But you got Roshan Johnson, you got Khalil Herbert. And they're more than adequate enough to control the ground game. On that, Justin Fields? Yeah. So I'm looking forward to Monday. Again, we won't be here on Friday. I'll be at the Prep Bowl. Watching my alma mater, St. Rita, play Kenwood, I believe. Not Ken, I believe. It is Kenwood. The Mustangs versus the Broncos. Two wild horses going at it. But we'll definitely be back on Monday. But the one thing I will say for Eberflus, and I'm not a big Eberflus guy right now or anymore for a number of reasons. When he kept saying we're close, he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. Nomad, yeah. Javon Dexter Jr., dude, he beat Penny Sewell like he stole something when he was out on the edge. And that's the thing that I think it really is his versatility. Like, you put him off of one side. I mean, if you want to get a little beater up there, cool. You got Montez Sweat. You can put Pickens at the 3-tech, Billings at the 1, at the nose guard, and put Dexter at the other end. He is really, really, really growing before our eyes. Yes, Kenwood is Lance's school. Lance coaches the basketball team. Yes. But it's going to be fun. So listen, before we bounce, baby, bounce, baby, bounce, baby, bounce. Okay. Be thankful. All right. This is literally a time to be thankful. Oh, snap. You heading to Glacier Clinic. Oh, yeah, and here in March. Well, they have Glacier Clinic. It's crazy. They have it here in February and in March. But yeah, oh, bro, if you come out to the Glacier Clinic, dude, please do. Let me know. Dude, that'd be great. That'd be great. Let me leave you with this. Count your blessings. Be thankful. All right. I know we all got a lot of shit going on. Okay? We all do. All right. Be thankful for what you got. As I said earlier, if you wake up with an attitude of gratitude and you start thanking whatever you believe in, whatever God, whatever higher power you believe in, it's not a religious thing for me. It's whoever you believe in, whatever you believe in. And just be thankful that, think of all the things that you have that someone else doesn't. The fact that you wake up, some people don't have life anymore. They didn't wake up like you did. How many people didn't wake up today like you did because you're watching it? How many people can't watch this because they can't see? How many people can't hear this because they can't hear? How many people can't taste food because you follow me? And it sounds silly. Well, it's the 5 senses. Not everybody has them. Not everybody can walk. Not everybody has a job. Not everybody has a roof over their head. Not everybody has clothes on their back. Not everybody has food in the fridge. Not everybody has a car. Not everybody has friends. Not everybody has people that they can trust. And you start thinking of all the good shit you have. And yeah, it gets tough, but that's life. The more you're thankful for the things you have, the more things you get. Ever notice someone who's always bitching and moaning and complaining, they always seem to have problems? Because you bring that shit on yourself. And I'm telling you, as older I'm getting, and my mom's in a situation, she just lost her sister in July, her closest sister. They're 11 months apart, and they literally grew up together, and they did everything together. They were the last two from Mr. Sierra, from my grandfather. She got one left. Time moves fast, and the less you make moments. And why do you think I post all these things? Because all of a sudden now we're starting to realize family is everything. Or family first. The ones at least you still talk to, because I know there's some that I don't fucking talk to. Be thankful. Have a good weekend. Watch some football. Eat some good food. It doesn't have to be turkey. It can be whatever. Just be with family. Be with loved ones. Take pictures. All right, I got to go pick up Mom's, and I got to go get a video of her doing CrossFit. All right, take pictures. They're there because you know what? At some point, that's all you're going to have left. Guys, have a wonderful, wonderful holidays. All right, from everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago. All right, to you and your families, happy Thanksgiving. All right, we'll see you back on Monday. Okay. If you make sure you follow me on Facebook. You'll see I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff starting tonight. So for everybody here, I'm your brother SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. I am out.